What's up, everybody, and welcome to another RJT Travels episode. Today, we're going to be breaking down the baggage fees for Spirit Airlines, so stay tuned. So, Spirit Airline baggage is actually very easy. They don't have a lot of crazy sizes or crazy requirements or anything. They pretty much try to keep it as simple as possible to help you make an easy experience and also make sure you're paying the right fee for their airline. It is a lot like Frontier Airlines, and if you're going to be flying Frontier soon, we do have that video as well, so check that out in our other videos. We've already broken down Frontier bags, but here for Spirit, they do it a lot similar to Frontier. They also have three main types of baggage: a personal item, a carry-on, and a checked bag. That's it. Personal items are always included in your ticket fee. Those are the ones that are supposed to fit under your seat, not in the overhead container, but under your seat. Think small bags, purses, things of that nature. Then you have a carry-on. Carry-ons are the next size up. Those are the ones that do fit in those overhead bins, above you. They are mini suitcases, big size backpacks, things that are not going to fit under your seat but don't need to be checked. And then you have checked baggage. That is your traditional suitcase. That is your big bag that you're going to check at the front gate instead of taking it onto the plane with you. Now, just like with Frontier, Spirit Airlines does have a weight capacity limit of 40 pounds per checked bag. Then they do charge additional fees for each increment of weight above the 40 pounds that are given. So, breaking down the baggage, first off, we're going to look at that personal item. Personal items, as you see here, you're allowed an 18-inch height by a 14-inch width and an 8-inch diameter. So these are going to be small bags. These are definitely not something you're going to be able to fit a lot of stuff in. This is a personal item only. This is what's supposed to fit under your seat when you take off. Now, if you need to take something a little bit bigger, that's what we call the carry-on. The carry-on here, think larger backpacks, small duffel bags, the small suitcases, things in that nature. You're allowed a 22-inch height by a 16-inch width and a 10-inch diameter. So bear that in mind that your personal items go under your seat, your carry-ons are the ones that go overhead. Looking at the checked baggage option, this is, like I said, where you're just going to be an overall size. This is 62 linear inches and no larger than 40 pounds. You get your linear inches by adding the total length, plus your width, plus your diameter, and as long as that equals 62 or less, your checked bag is a standard size checked bag. Another thing to mention in checked bag, if you're going to be taking sporting equipment, they don't calculate normal width with that. For example, a bag of golf clubs, you just check that as a regular checked bag. As long as the weight matches, they're not particular on the linear inches piece of it. So keep that in mind. There's no regulation there. It's just standard sporting equipment is considered a normal checked bag. But the weight does apply too. So if you have an over heavy golf bag, do keep that in mind. You're probably paying a weight charge on something like that. So I know what you're thinking. How are they going to know? I'm just going to cram a bunch of stuff in my personal item, not pay for that checked bag, not pay for that carry-on, and I'll be fine. Well, just be prepared because at the gate, when you get on the plane, they have one of these lovely beauties here. This is their bag checker. They will have you stick your bag in that top slot to make sure it fits in the personal item slot. If it's too big for that slot and it has to go into the slot below it, that is a carry-on. They will charge you an exorbitant fee at the gate to bring that on as a carry-on because you didn't purchase it ahead of time. Now, they also don't let you smush things in there. So if you set your bag in that slot and it doesn't go in, they don't let you sit there and kind of maneuver it and squish it and mish. It has to naturally fit into that slot. Otherwise, it will not count as a personal item. So bear that in mind when you're bringing stuff on. Now, in my case, I actually bought a specific bag that is a carry-on approved, a personal item approved bag, and I did include that link there in the bio if you guys want to take a look at it, but it is the exact sizing that's required for personal items. It's got a bunch of compartments to it. I really like it, and I've always taken it on every flight as the personal item. I've never had any issues, but always keep in mind what your sizing is and how bulky it is, because even though it may be the right height and width, you're cramming a lot of clothes in there, and now it's looking more like a circle than it is like a bag. It's not going to fit in that slot. It's going to go in the carry-on slot, and they're going to charge you an exorbitant fee. Now, speaking of fees, This is a breakdown of the fees that Spirit charges at the time this video is made, which is December of 2023, what your fee schedule looks like. When you're going to make your initial booking, carry-ons are $39 for a carry-on. If you wait until you go to check in for your flight and then decide you need it, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's $43. If you wait till you get to the airport and buy it at the kiosk or at the front desk there, it's going to be $89. And if you wait till you get to the boarding gate, you're going to pay $99. Now, that is what I was referencing when I said an exorbitant fee. If your personal item doesn't fit, they're going to put it in that top slot. And if it doesn't fit in the top slot, they're going to charge you $99 to put that on the plane. When you're looking at checked luggage, same concept. $34 for a checked bag when you check in. When you do your booking. $38 if it's when you check in. Then your fee almost doubles when you get to the ticket counter if you wait till then. And again, $99 if you wait to the boarding gate. So the fees are just going to get worse and worse the later you wait. My advice is buy it early. Better that you have it and not really need it than to not buy it and get stuck at the gate. I can't tell you how many times I've had clients tell me they don't want that carry-on. No, I'll just do the personal item. And then I get an angry phone call when they land at their destination because they had to pay this $99 fee because they didn't buy a carry-on. And I tell them, I offered it to you. Instead, you paid 3 times the price because you wanted to wait and see if you could save $40. Now you lost $99. So if you think you're going to need it, just buy it. I'm telling you, it's totally worth it if you think you're going to need it. Now, I know plenty of people who just pack everything in a checked bag, pay the $34 and they're good. They take a small purse with them. They don't worry about a bunch of stuff on the plane and they have a great time. It's never going to be a requirement, but just be aware that the fees get so much worse if you wait till you hit the airport and wait till you hit that boarding gate to finally pay for a baggage fee compared to if you just do it initially when you make your booking. Well, I hope this helped a little bit. I hope it kind of explained what exactly is required for Spirit Airlines baggage. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always leave a comment in the video below. You can always check us out on any of our social media channels. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions there. And of course, you can always visit rjttravels.com. One of our agents would be happy to reach out to you and answer any questions that you have there. If you need help with your booking, anything like that, would gladly help. But I hope this kind of helped break down the basics there and help you understand. Buy early. Don't wait till you get to the airport because the fees are exorbitant. But otherwise, use this information on your next flight. I hope it kind of helps balance things out. And as always, happy travels, and we'll see you here next time.